In a small village in southern Africa lived a young boy named Kofi. He grew up in a modest home with his hard-working father, Kwame, and his nurturing mother, Ama. Despite their love for him, Kofi felt stifled by the harsh conditions and constant financial struggles. His father was a farmer, and his mother helped at the local market. Kofi's dream was always bigger than the village. He would sit by the fire at night, staring at the stars, dreaming of a life filled with wealth, power, and influence. But his father, a traditional man, always pushed him to follow in his footsteps, to work the land and accept the life they had. "Kofi, you must learn the ways of the land. It is the only way to survive," his father would say. But for Kofi, this was never enough. He wanted more. One evening, after a heated argument with his father, Kofi packed his few belongings and left the house. The decision to leave was difficult, but it felt necessary. "I will make something of myself," he thought as he ventured toward the unknown. Kofi arrived in the bustling city of Accra, a place far different from the quiet village life he had known. The noise, the crowds, the tall buildings, everything was overwhelming. For days, he wandered the streets, trying to find a place to stay and a way to earn money. He did odd jobs, cleaning dishes in restaurants, washing cars, and carrying heavy bags for people. But it was a chance encounter with an influential businessman, Mr. Osei, that would change his life. Mr. Osei was a wealthy man with several businesses in the city, and he saw something in Kofi that others didn't. "You have the fire in you, young man. I can see it. Come work for me," Mr. Osei said. Kofi's eyes lit up. He agreed to work for Mr. Osei as a janitor, but he quickly learned the ins and outs of the business world. His hard work, determination, and willingness to learn made him a valuable asset to Mr. Osei. Slowly but surely, Kofi moved up the ranks, and within a few years, he had saved enough money to start his own business. Years passed, and Kofi's business ventures flourished. From a humble janitor to a millionaire, Kofi had achieved everything he had dreamed of and more. He established a series of businesses, including real estate, retail, and even tech. His wealth grew exponentially, and soon he was known as one of the most successful entrepreneurs in West Africa. However, despite his success, there was always a lingering emptiness. Kofi had lost touch with his roots, his family, and the village where he had once lived. He had become a different person, one who was no longer the young boy who dreamed of something greater. One day, while going through his old belongings, Kofi found an old letter from his mother, Ama. It was dated years ago, and it read, "My son, we miss you dearly. We don't know where you are, but we pray for your success. We hope you are well." This letter shook Kofi to his core. He realized that he had distanced himself from his family and his past. He had become so consumed by success that he had forgotten the people who had once loved and supported him. Kofi made a decision. He would return to his village. He would face his parents, and more importantly, he would reconnect with his roots. Arriving in the village, he was greeted by his mother, Ama, who had aged but still carried the warmth of a mother's love. "Kofi, you've come back," she exclaimed, tears in her eyes. Kofi hugged her tightly, feeling the weight of the years and the distance between them. But there was something else waiting for him. His father, Kwame. When Kofi saw his father, who was now frail and sickly, the reality hit him hard. His father had never abandoned him. In fact, Kwame had been searching for Kofi ever since the day he left, trying to understand why his son had left without a word. "I did not want to hold you back, my son," Kwame said, his voice shaking. "I only wanted what was best for you." Kofi's heart broke. He had misunderstood everything. His father's rigid ways were his attempt to protect him, to teach him how to survive. Kofi had thought he was running away from an oppressive family, but he now realized that his family had always cared for him. Just when Kofi thought he had reconciled with his past, something unexpected happened. During a family gathering, Amma handed Kofi another letter, this time from his late uncle who had passed away years ago. The letter revealed a shocking truth. Kofi's real father was not Kwame. He had been born to a wealthy family in another part of the country, but his biological father had abandoned him at birth. Kwame, who had loved Amma, had taken Kofi in as his own, raising him as his son. Kofi's mind raced. He had been searching for success, for wealth, but the true inheritance was not in the riches he had earned, but in the love and sacrifice of the family that had raised him. With this new knowledge, Kofi's perspective on life changed. His true success wasn't about the millions he had earned. It was about the love he had received, the sacrifice his adoptive father had made, and the humility his mother had always shown. Kofi decided to use his wealth and influence for good. He set up a foundation to help children in villages who had dreams just like he once had. He created job opportunities, built schools, and established healthcare clinics for the less fortunate. His father, Kwame, who had once believed in the simple ways of life, now stood by his side, proud of the man Kofi had become. Years later, Kofi returned to his village, not as a wealthy businessman, but as a man who had found peace with his past. He built a new house for his parents, ensuring they were taken care of in their old age. The village, once a place of dreams and struggles, now thrived under Kofi's guidance and philanthropy. Kofi realized that success wasn't about leaving your past behind. It was about embracing it, learning from it, and using it to shape a better future. Conclusion: Kofi's journey had come full circle. From a boy running away to become a millionaire, to a man who understood that true wealth is in love, family, and giving back to the community, Kofi's story was one of redemption, purpose, and a deeper understanding of life's true meaning.